Man, what's good, YouTube, man? It's your boy, The Wrestling Guy. And today, I'm back with another lit banger, man, you know what I'm saying? Back with another banger, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, you could tell what the video is by the title of the vid. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. And when y'all subscribe, hit the notice so when y'all, you know what I'm saying, y'all can get every notification when I drop a video. And man, on the road to 100 subscribers, man. Let's go. Let's get into this video, man. So, we got my boy John Cena, the 16-time world champion, man. So, obviously, you know what I'm saying, unfortunately, he made his announcement at Money in the Bank 2024 that he was going to retire. That's crazy, man. That really hit the whole world, bro. Even people who didn't even watch wrestling, they were shocked. They were like, wow, this dude John Cena's actually going to retire. That's crazy. He's been in the game forever, man. I've been watching him since I was a kid. I loved every character he had, you know what I'm saying? I loved when he was the Ruthless, in his Ruthless Aggression era, when he was the Doctor of Thugonomics, the prototype, and, Chain Gang Cena, you know what I'm saying? I loved all John Cena's, to be honest with you, but I grew up watching him, man, even though, I was really born, I was born in the middle of the Ruthless Aggression era. And, I mostly grew up watching John Cena in the PG era, but when I was a kid, I would always go back and look up, John Cena rivalries and, his old personas back in the day, like, back in the 2000s, during the Ruthless Aggression era. So, I wasn't just that kid who was just watching him on TV. I would go back and I would look up pictures of him. I would get John Cena hats, belts, posters, everything, man, you know what I'm saying? I really wanted to be John Cena. He's the person who made me want to become a wrestler. Actually, yeah, I did want to become a professional wrestler. I still kind of have interest in that, but you know what I'm saying? That's either here or there. But anyways, man, so who should face John Cena? Who should be John Cena's last opponent before he retires? Man, it's a lot of interesting picks. It's a lot of picks, man. You know what I'm saying? WWE has a great roster right now. You got new talent. You got people coming back. And, I'm here to talk about that. So, you know what I'm saying? Let's get into it. So, obviously, there's this one specific person that obviously can't face him, because of different companies and, all that. But it's Edge, man. John Cena versus Edge. One of the most greatest rivalries of John Cena's career, maybe even the top one, or maybe the best. It's unfortunate that Edge left the company, and his last match was with Sheamus. I'm not saying Sheamus is not great, but I felt like it could have been somebody better. But unfortunately, these two can't really face each other, man. These two superstars had a great rivalry from 2006 all the way to 2009, man. Just great rivalry, but unfortunately, we can't see Edge versus John Cena, man. So let's just get that out of the way. So next, we got Bron Breakker. You know what I'm saying? That's one of my choices. This could actually benefit Bron Breakker if they do it correctly, because they did it with Solo, but it didn't benefit him at all. It really didn't. But Bron Breakker's great right now. He's doing fantastic. This would make him, if John Cena's his last opponent, that would really make him a huge superstar. You know what I'm saying? If John Cena puts him over, I don't know if they would. With this match, I don't know if Bron Breakker, it would be like a finisher match, because, it's Bron Breakker, they kind of treat him like Goldberg, but I feel like he's a better version of Goldberg, kind of like, he reminds me of Brock Lesnar / Goldberg, but he's the future of the company, man, and that would be pretty cool to see Bron Breakker versus John Cena. That's an actual dream match that I would want to see, Honestly, obviously, if John Cena was in his prime, it would be better, but Bron Breakker versus John Cena, that wouldn't be bad, John Cena putting over the younger talent, Bron Breakker showing his dominance, and that would establish Bron Breakker as the superstar, you know what I'm saying? So, he's doing fantastic right now. Maybe we can see that through John Cena's 2025 retirement run tour. whatever you want to call it, man. But yeah, Braun Breaker is one of the choices that, that could be his last match. You know what I'm saying? Not a bad choice, not a bad choice. So, who also would be a good choice is the Ring General Gunther, you know what I'm saying? The king of the ring, the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion of all time. Gunther versus Cena, man. Man, I would love to see that match, honestly. Like I said, we got a whole year. We have a whole year, you know what I'm saying? I know this is a video of who should be his last opponent. That wouldn't be bad if this was his last opponent either. John Cena versus Gunther, Gunther is dominant already, man. Dominant from the get-go. Ever since he came to the main roster, he was even dominant outside of the main roster. Fantastic wrestler. He brought back that aura to professional wrestling. He brought back that aura to the Intercontinental Championship. And John Cena did the same thing with the United States Championship. So that would be a great, final opponent. John Cena getting tested by the Ring General Gunther, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, I would think John Cena would put him over because Gunther, I don't even think he should lose that match if that's his last opponent. Gunther beating John Cena, that would be another achievement on his stepping stone to greatness. Like I said, the future is bright, man. They got Carmelo Hayes, Gunther, the Braun Breakers, you know what I'm saying? So the future is bright, and if Gunther beat John Cena, on his last match, that would be great, great for Gunther, great for Braun. But yeah, that would be a fantastic match to see, even though John Cena really can't do much in the ring like he used to back then, before he went Hollywood. It would be still a good match to see. I'm pretty sure John Cena could, find something in him to, have put on a great match. So yeah, Gunther, not a bad choice, man. Let's move on to the next. All right. So I know this might be crazy, but Cody Rhodes. But it might not be crazy because you got to think about it. Even though these two have faced each other, a couple of times, it doesn't really, it didn't really satisfy anything because back then Cody Rhodes wasn't the person he was now. You know what I'm saying? Cody Rhodes is the face, the baby face of the WWE. One of the biggest baby faces of WWE, you know what I'm saying? He just beat the bloodline and overcame his story, you know what I'm saying? He finished his story. And, now he's basically, probably the biggest baby face in the company right now. And back then, Cody Rhodes wasn't that. He was a mid-carder tag team wrestler. He wasn't that, man. And John Cena was whooping his ass every time they got in the ring with each other. So it would be interesting to see the new Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare versus John Cena. And I say this would be another good choice to be, his last opponent because it could be kind of like a passing the torch because, last year, or I think like 2 years ago, John Cena came on Monday Night Raw and Cody Rhodes was there and it looked like he was passing the torch to Cody Rhodes like, hey man, you the face of the company now. You the man. You're the biggest baby face of the company right now. You know what I'm saying? It looked like he was passing the torch because, John Cena he's not there. So if Cody Rhodes, would beat John Cena on his last match, you know what I'm saying? That would be a great, passing the torch, you know what I'm saying, as, the new face of the company. So that wouldn't be a bad choice either. Like I said, we don't know, man. They might lace up with each other in the ring on his retirement tour, even though this video is about his last opponent. We could see the choices that I'm giving. We could see all of these during his, his retirement tour, but hey man, Cody Rhodes versus John Cena, that's not a bad choice either in my opinion. The Cody Rhodes right now, you know what I'm saying, be great. He's better in the ring, better character. He's improved overall. So, I think that would be a good last retirement match at the pass the torch match, you know what I'm saying? But let's go on to the next choice. So my next choice, be the best in the world, CM Punk, man. These two right here, probably one of the most best rivalries in the WWE. Probably CM Punk's best rivalry in his whole career, John Cena. John Cena really played a part in CM Punk becoming the star he is today. Because before that, he was already known, you know what I'm saying? He was good in the ring. He already had a couple of world titles on him, but he wasn't that impactful until he got in the ring with John Cena, or, you know, he got in the rivalry with John Cena. Like I said, one of the best rivalries in WWE history. The Money in the Bank match was great. You know, the storytelling of that match was fantastic. You know, John Cena came into that match, was getting booed. CM Punk came into that match, you know what I'm saying, getting cheered, you know what I'm saying, because he was in Chicago. And when he took the title, it was crazy. You know, he came back with the title a couple weeks later, and, you know, they both had the WWE Championship. And for so on after that, they had been facing each other on to the next year in 2012, and their rivalry was something, man. So CM Punk's back. He's back. You know, that's crazy to say. Never thought he would come back after 9 years, but he's back, and he said it himself on Monday Night Raw. He would love to lace up with John Cena one more time. So that wouldn't be a bad opponent, you know what I'm saying, at all. It really wouldn't. Probably John Cena's top 3 rivalries in the WWE. So yeah, CM Punk's not a bad choice. That's just my opinion, but hey man, I'm pretty sure y'all can all agree that CM Punk and John Cena would be a good retirement match for John Cena as well. Because, you know, they have real history, great history, so you know what I'm saying. Let's move on to the last choice, man. And this right here, this last choice, you know what? Y'all just gonna have to see, man. So obviously, you know, y'all just gonna have to see. Y'all just gonna have to see. So, my last choice, the best choice, Randy Orton. I'm sorry, it's Randy Orton. It just makes sense, you know what I'm saying? They tagged together, they were friends, they were enemies, they fought together. You know, it just makes sense. They've had plenty of matches with each other. Plenty. I'm pretty sure you can't even count, you know what I'm saying? These two guys, you know what I'm saying, two of the best since Ruthless Aggression era, you know what I'm saying? Two of the best to ever do it, man. And it's been crazy, man, because, you know, their rivalry has been so intense. It's been, you know, love, hate, no homo, pause, no diggy. You know what I'm saying? These two superstars, I grew up watching these two, man, and it just makes sense for John Cena and Randy Orton to go at it one more time, and for Randy Orton to be his last opponent. You know what I'm saying? This rivalry is gold. You know, it's gone so far to that Randy Orton punk kicked this man's dad back in 2007. That was crazy. And then he attacked him again in 2014. I don't know if you guys remember that, but you know what I'm saying? This rivalry runs deep, man. The guy punted his dad in the skull. I mean, and then attacked him almost like 8 years later. Come on, man. It just makes sense. You know, they both are multi-time world champions. They both came up in the OVW with each other. And their rivalry dates back all the way to 2002. It just makes sense. They had been feuding with each other pretty much for the 2 decades. It just makes sense. And I don't know if, you know, his last match should be for the title against Randy Orton. Or maybe not, you know what I'm saying? Maybe it could just be, you know, just a regular match, you know, Randy versus John Cena retirement match. And I don't know if, you know, they're just gonna, if this is his last opponent, I don't know if they're gonna have like a storyline with this. I don't know if they're gonna, you know, just have a regular match where babyface versus babyface, you know, hey man, you know, I want to retire you like on some Ric Flair stuff. But it just makes sense, man. I don't even have to do much explaining. This is John Cena's best rivalry. I don't care what anybody says. I don't. I really don't. You know, Edge could go for it as his best rivalry too, but I just think Randy Orton versus John Cena just makes sense. It just makes sense. And a lot of people on social media have been saying it, so it obviously just makes sense storyline wise and retirement wise. It just makes sense all around. So yeah, man, I want Randy Orton versus John Cena. That's what I want. That's what I truly want. I wouldn't mind if, you know, anybody on this list was his last opponent, but I feel like this just makes sense. It just makes sense. You know, this match might happen at WrestleMania next year. But yeah, man, this is the end of the video, man. Let me know what y'all think about my choices. And you know, I'm pretty sure there's plenty of superstars that could be that I haven't named that could be his last opponent. I might make a part 2 on that, but I don't know, man. But hey, man, thank y'all for tuning to the video, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.